Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, how many of you guys are struggling with clients agreeing to your diagnostic fee? Okay, I'm sure this is something that we all can, we have experienced, and I'm actually experiencing this myself. And this is kind of why I'm actually making this video, because I've been getting a lot of inquiries from people who, want me to devise them a solid diagnostic tool strategy. But then when I mention that there's a $97 fee, they'll, find their reasons why they can't afford it, or maybe in their mind they think like, I can get this information somewhere else, okay? So what I want to do is, I want to show you my framework and my process so you can clearly see the steps it takes to help me get the outcome, the desired outcome that you want. And then I'm going to actually break it down where you can copy this framework for your customers who have the same sales obligations with your diagnostic fees. And then lastly, I want to show the psychology behind that, okay? Because there's a lot of psychology that goes behind a person seeing the value in what you do. It depends on how you are able to demonstrate that, okay? So with that, let's jump into it, all right? And this is a funny title, okay? I call this one, Don't Be an Asshole, Why I Charge for Autel Diagnostic Tool Strategies and Why You Should Too. I got this an asshole from one of my buddies. He has a YouTube channel, and he says he can't stand those people. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Curtis Harden. I'm an independent Autel diagnostic consultant. If you want me to align you with the right tool strategy, go to auteltech.co.za. Now, this is what you're going to be learning today. You're going to learn the difference between a consultant and a dealer. There is a significant difference. And then you're going to discover the pitfalls of trying to do it all alone. And then I'm going to give you a case study from somebody trying to self-diagnose themselves. Okay? And then you're going to see how to apply my framework with your own customers. Okay? Now, let me give you a little background on the problem that I'm solving. Okay? So, the diagnostic tool market is extremely confusing. Okay? It leaves a lot of people in what I call analysis paralysis. You got different tool manufacturers. Once you narrow down the tool manufacturer, you got to narrow down which model is right for you. Then you got to narrow down where you're going to buy it. Okay? It's very, very confusing, okay? And then the information out there is designed to sell, not to inform. So this clouds your judgment. And I always tell people, if you don't have clarity on something, it prevents you from making a clear decision, okay? And they're not telling you what the tools can't do. And that for me, that's more important, all right? And then what I want to do is I'm going to, as I said, give you my framework to help you decide if a consultation is right for you, while also serving this framework as a tool that you can apply to your own clients. Because what you guys need to do is, some people just aren't a good product fit. Okay, and as much as you have the solution for them, they're not going to resonate with it, or maybe they won't be a good fit for you if you do take them on. So you got to get, I hate to say this, but you have to segregate yourself from those clients quickly, because you can't get that time back, okay? Now, what's the difference between a dealer and a consultant? Okay, this is a very, very good question, okay? So let me give you my observation from what the buyer experience is with a dealer, okay? And the reason why I'm aware of this is because I actually write down problems that I observe, and then as I'll make a solution into like my service deliverable that will solve that problem. Okay, so this is what I observe. First is the awareness phase. You'll see an advertisement, or you hear a friend, hey, I got this tool. Then you're gonna look at your consideration. You're gonna visit websites, read reviews, and then you're gonna compare prices. And then it's the decision phase. You got to make a decision. You're gonna find the vendor who to get it from. You're going to purchase locally or online, whatever. And then when you get the product, the journey doesn't stop there. Then you're going to have the post-purchase. What's it's going to be like after you get the tool. And this is where a lot of people don't think about. They don't think about this at all. And what I've seen from taking this method, okay, and this is generally speaking, there are some good dealers out there, but there's limited support. Like they don't give you, let's say, J2534 training. They won't take the time to log into your computer and help you find a diagram or something like that. It's limited. And then you have to be self-reliant. And this is like what I call it, you're going to be the bottleneck of your business. If you don't know something, that's going to affect either you working on your vehicle or your customer, okay? And it's not a good way to grow, in my opinion, all right? And cars are getting more complicated. Even me, I need help. And what I do is I like to associate myself with people who are smarter than me, so I can just take that information and then help my client help them help their customer, all right? And then you're going to get what I call potential buyer's remorse. So not everybody, but some people will get a tool based on the lowest cost, and it wasn't a good fit. Then you have to send it back, and then that could be a pain point and so forth. And or maybe you got a tool, it's a good one, but you're not using it to its full capacity, okay? But this is what I see when you go through this portal. Now, what a consultant does, as I said, they solve that problem. So what I do is I document those problems, and this is what I do to make it as a solution. So first, the initial contact phase, okay? Once I get their need, I'll say, okay, go book a consultation with me. And that's where I'm going to ask them questions that will reveal problems that you didn't think about, okay? And once I have those problems documented, I can provide a tool strategy to solve those problems, okay? And a lot of people, they come in the consultation thinking that they have the tool in mind, and sometimes it's not. A lot of the times it's not, okay? And it's important to get that foundation like strong in terms of having a tool strategy, and that's where I'm able to educate them, all right? And then once I educate them, I'll tell them what the tool can and can't do. Then it's the tool selection, okay? So since I know their pain points, okay, everybody's gonna have a different tool strategy. Sometimes I'll throw in software with the tool. Sometimes I throw in information with the tool. Sometimes I throw in training with the tool. Sometimes I throw in other tools that because the Autel's not able to do something, okay? And this will give the person a better outcome. And then once they get the tool, okay, I'm going to go ahead and onboard them. And then from then onward, you're going to get ongoing training. It could either be directly through me, you have access to me, or my videos, and then software updates and glitches. I'll be able to solve that, okay, with my engineers. And then there's the troubleshooting. If you have hardware issues, if you have those issues with vehicles, I'm able to help you with that. And two minds always work better than one, okay? So that's the difference. This really depends on how you want to be treated. If you want to be treated just like a serial number, you can go the dealer phase. If you want to have more of a transformational type of relationship, then you can go the consultation phase, okay? The consulting phase, okay? Now, people think this in their mind, I can get the same information from the dealer, okay? Well, I can't give you a straight answer, but this is like when you get a customer that says like, oh, how much you charge for diagnostics? And you say, oh, $100. Oh, I can just go to Amazon and get a diagnostic. It's the same mentality. You know as a professional that they're not going to get the same outcome, all right? And it's the same way. It's because there's not a process. The diagnostic tool is just one part of the process, okay? Now, this is what I call my value framework, okay? Because I'm delivering value by following this framework, all right? So the first phase is the validation phase, where I'm going to get a profile of who you are. I want to know who you are as an individual, your passions, what you do on a daily basis, what tools you have. I'm going to document all this stuff down. Okay. Then there's the challenge and obstacles. The reason why the person's consulting with me is because they have a problem. And sometimes I'm like the scan tool. I apply my scan tool on them, and I see more error codes than they see, and I document this down. Then there's a skill assessment. A lot of us actually don't take the time to assess our skills, and this is important not only because I'm able to find your inefficiencies, but if you're like excelling on every single thing, I probably won't be a good fit for you. Okay. I'm a better fit for somebody who is lacking in certain areas, and that way having a consultant, I can boost it up, okay, by me giving that support. And then there's the uncover phase. So this is where I'm going to show them the tool strategy, or in some cases, it's training. Like I meet people who think they have a tool problem. They actually have a training problem, okay? And I won't be able to do this if I don't do these steps. And then there's the educational phase. So this is where you're going to get exclusive insights into tool ownership and limitations. Now this is valuable because what I'm doing is I'm taking my 15 years of experience, right, documenting all the problems, and I'm telling you these problems. And you guys know me. I'm very straight to the point. I don't like to make everything like everything's going to be a hunky-dory. It's not. I tell people exactly what problems they're going to have with this tool. All right. Now, that way they can make an educated decision. They know, all right, Kurt told me all these problems. If I buy it locally, I'm going to get these problems. Can I do it myself? Maybe, maybe not. If I buy it online, what are my risks involved? Okay. So you make an educated decision. All right. And that's my framework. That's the value framework. Now, this is what some people think. They like, I'll have these little, not debates, but like little, conversations back and forth. Kurt, like, just sell me the tool. Okay. Well, if I skip the validation process, if I don't know who you are, maybe the tool that you're considering isn't a good fit for you. This is just like if you have a heart problem and you go to a doctor and you say, Doc, just give me some medicine. If he doesn't do the proper test, then he could actually kill you. Okay. And then the assessment phase. If I don't do this, if I don't know your problems, then I can't give you a solution because I don't know your problem. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, as I said, you think you have a tool problem. Maybe the tool you have in mind isn't going to solve the situation that you have that you want to fix. Okay? And if I don't learn about your skill set, we might not be a good fit. We might not be a good fit. As I said, I'm at the point in my profession where I can be selective on who I want to take on because I know I'm going to be giving 100% in the trenches helping this client. Now, if it's somebody, as I said, who doesn't need me, I don't want them I don't want to onboard them. Like if they know everything, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste their time. I'm here to help people. You know what I mean? And then there is the uncover phase. Like if I skip this phase, I can't give you a tailored solution. You know what I mean? Like if you have a specific problem, if I don't know who you are, you're actually hurting yourself, And then the educational phase. If I skip this whole process, you're going to be bumping into what I call wisdom walls through the time you have your tool. All right, and that could just be avoided if you just follow the process. Okay, and this is what a lot of people have in their mind when they buy an Autel device. They think it's paradise. They think like, I'm just going to get this tool. It's going to do everything that I want. And in some cases, there's some people who they may be on Paradise Island for a long time. Okay, but meanwhile, they don't know that you're going to be having shark infested, waters here, and these sharks represent problems. And it's not just one shark, you guys. Okay, it's a lot of them. And the reason why I know is because I spend all my time down here. I'm spending all my time down here, and here's the proof. This is my schedule, and these are people who have problems. Okay? So that's why I can't take aside from helping my clients to help you for free and go through that framework, because I'll be wasting my time for some people if we're not a good fit. Okay? So this is a case study, how free information can be the most expensive information. All right, so this is somebody who saw one of my videos, and you can see here it's with the 906 BT. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to write a VIN number on the ECU on his Mercedes. So he asked if he needs to buy the MS906 BT or a lower model. Okay, this is already the wrong, in my opinion, the wrong mindset to buy a diagnostic tool. You want to document your problems first, find a tool that will solve those problems, and if you can't afford it, then you go down to the cheaper price. Okay, so this is the aftermath. He didn't, book. Hey Kurt, I just bought the 906 BT and I tried to write a VIN on the ECU that I got cloned. I was able to do it. All right, so he got the wrong tool. Then he called support, and then they told him that he can't write the VIN. If not, would you be able to assist me or provide me more steps? Okay, so let me explain this to you guys. The fact that he called Autel and he still is not sure which tool is right for them, he's wasting a lot of time. Okay, like it could have all been avoided. So now what he has to do is return the tool back. That, hopefully he got it from Amazon. Then he has to still figure out which tool is right for him. Okay, and then you know what? Maybe if he would have got a consultation, I would have, probably just told him where he can outsource this, and he doesn't need a tool if you couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? There's different strategies, but I get a lot of these, you guys. A lot of these, and it's too late. It's too late when they could have avoided it, okay? So what you guys need to do is identify what mindset you have, okay? And you can also do this with your customers. You need to help them identify what type of mindset you have, because once you have this self-realization, like I don't like to tell people, I want them to come to their own conclusion. It makes them think, did I really make the right decision? So there's two mindsets. There's the risk-taker mindset, and these people are what I call short-term thinking. Okay, believe it or not, sometimes when I talk to people, I'll ask them, are you a short-term thinker or long-term thinker? And they'll say, I'm short-term. So these people just are quick, easy gratification. Just like, instead of cooking a meal, they would want like fast food or something like that. And then they have the do-it-yourself mindset. And look, being in our industry, I understand you spend a lot of time with yourself, but the problem with that is you're your own bottleneck. So there's going to be a situation where you don't know something, and that's going to affect your customer because you don't have an outlet to get that information, or maybe to get the information you have to go through a lot of circles to get it, and that's going to equate to higher costs. The fact that you don't have that information, it's going to take more time, and more time equals more money. Okay, now the other mindset is the strategist. So the strategists, they want lower cost. Okay, why buy something cheap when you're going to pay more? You know what I mean? If you can buy something at a premium and have lower costs, who won at the end of the day? And then they're more results driven. So they don't just want to get the tool, they actually want to benefit from it. And I notice most people are using their tool only 60% of its capacity, whereas if you have a consultant, we can at least have the potential to get it up to like an 80 or 90% capacity. Okay? And then they value the one-on-one relationship. It's just like going to like a restaurant. They know what you want. They know how your drink is. They know how you like your food. You know what I mean? Like you have a more premium experience. Okay? So one mindset is what I call like, you're going to be treated as a serial number. You're going to go through the system. And one is more of a transformational mindset. They actually want to go from here to here. What you need to think about is which mindset is going to benefit your customer. Okay? I can't want to help your customer more than what you want, how you want to do it. All right? If you don't want to help your customer that way, maybe the problems that you're solving is, maybe it's not that big of a problem, or maybe you just, I don't know, it's just the mindset you have, and that's fine. That's fine as long as you know how to address these situations. Okay? Then the next question is, how can I apply this framework to my customers? Okay? So here's a simple script. Say if you get a price obligation with your diagnostic process. You can say, look, I follow a very specific framework that consistently delivers results for my clients that my clients are looking for. Okay? It all begins with a diagnostic assessment. Now, what I'm actually going to start doing is I have clients who have an accelerator program with me. I'm actually trying to brand their services. Okay? When you do that, it gives it a little perceived value. And let me give you an example. If I just say, oh, a diagnostic fee, it doesn't have that perceived value. If you say an assessment, you kind of sound like a professional. Words are very powerful. This assessment enables me to get through the root of the problem, allowing you to save on overall cost by accurately identifying the issue from the get-go. Okay? And then you can show them this process, or you can tell them, you can say, first is V. I'm going to validate your problem. Now, this could take some time. If it's like an intermittent issue, this could take some time. Okay? And it's important. You need to validate the problem first. Then I'm going to assess the issue. I'm going to get my expensive $3,000 Autel that you don't have to pay for, all right, to scan your vehicle and get all the error codes in it. Then I'm going to learn about those error codes. I'm going to take those error codes, put them in the repair information to get a diagnostic workflow or the wiring diagrams, okay? And then I'm going to take that information, I'm going to go back to the vehicle and see if I can find the root of the problem, okay? And this is where my expertise is going to come in, which, you can't replace that. And then I'm going to take my findings and compile a report and educate you. And then you have two options. I can do the repair for you, or you can choose to go somewhere else, and that way nobody's time is wasted. Now, which one of these do you want me to take off? All right? Like to get a cheaper price. And then if you do this, you'd be like, well, if I take it off, I can't deliver the value. Okay? If I take off the assessment page part, I can't find your problem. I don't know what codes are on the ECU. If I don't have access to learn about those codes, then I'm going to be walking in circles. It's going to take me longer to do it. All right? So this is how you can use this framework to visually give your client an understanding of your process. Okay? So that's it, guys. Let me wrap this up. So the value framework is a universal guide that ensures quality and results, not just for diagnostics, but for the decision-making process. Okay? There's two types of customers. There's the risk takers, the strategists, and you need to know which one you are to proceed accordingly. Okay? Third, cost of skipping steps. Each part of the process has its value, and removing any of them compromises the quality of the outcome. And this is what you convey to your clients. If they have a price obligation, you can say, okay, I can make it cheaper, but which one of these do you want me to cut off? Okay? And then price is only an obstacle in the absence of value. Okay? So it's extremely important to explain to your customer your process, and then that way they can see the value and they'll kind of feel like they're getting a good deal. You know what I mean? So with that, you guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I know it could sound quite brutal, but it's something that needs to be discussed. Okay? And as I said, you not only learned my process, but you learned a framework that you can apply to your customers, because time is something that you can never get back. Okay? And your profession and people need to know that and treat you that way. Okay? So with that being said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.